welcome to my channel. So in the today's lecture we are going to discuss B, C and F. Till now we have discussed three normal forms. First normal form, second and third normal form. Okay, so in the first normal form we were removing the redundancy which was occurring because of multi-valued attribute. Okay, in second normal form we were removing the redundancy which was occurring because of partial dependency. So if your part of candidate key determines a non-key attribute, this kind of redundancy we were removing in the second normal form. In the third normal form, we were removing redundancy if your one non-key attribute is determining some another non-key attribute. Okay, so we have removed all kind of redundancy which was possible in the relation. Okay, we have removed all kind of redundancies till now, till third normal form. BCNF is more strict than all these three normal forms. Okay, so BCNF says till now we have removed all kind of possible redundancies from the relation. It says all of the functional dependencies which you are getting. Let's suppose we have a functional dependencies from A to B. So what your BCNF says? BCNF says that the left side of all of your functional dependencies should be the super key. Okay, it can be either your candidate key or it can be your super keys. Means there should not be any kind of functional dependencies in which your part of the candidate key determines non-key attribute or your non-key attribute is determining another non-key attribute. So it is very much strict. So BCNF says all of the redundancies have been removed till now, and in each of the functional dependencies of the relation, the left hand side should be the super key. Okay, this is the condition of the BCNF. It is more strict than all these three normal forms. Okay, if the left hand side is not the super key in your functional dependencies, then what we have to do? We have to decompose our relation into the many relation to bring it into the BCNF. It is little bit strict than all these three normal forms. Okay, so now let me give you one example of BCNF. Let's suppose we have a relation in which four attributes are present: A, B, C and D. The various functional dependency we have is AB to C and BC to D. Okay, so now what we have to do? We have to check whether this relation is in BCNF or not. If this relation is not in BCNF, then we have to decompose this relation into the BCNF. Okay, if you make your relation in the BCNF, then all of your redundancies are going to be removed. Okay, because attribute, and the left hand side of all of your functional dependencies is their super key. Okay, so firstly let me find the candidate key for the set of functional dependencies. Okay, so we have C and D at the right hand side of both these functional dependencies. So what we will be doing, we will be getting the AB attribute as a part of the candidate key, because AB is not present at the right hand side of all of the functional dependencies. Okay, find the closure of it. A, B. With the help of A, B, I am able to determine C attribute. Okay, now if I give you value of A, B, we are able to determine the value of B, C uniquely. Okay, if I give you the value of B, C, I am able to uniquely determine the value of D. So obviously for A, B, we are able to uniquely determine the value of D. Okay, so if I give you value of A and B and I ask you to determine the value of any another attribute of the relation, either C or D, you can easily get the value. Okay, so AB is actually our candidate key. A and B combinedly acting as the candidate key of our relation. Okay, and what BCNF says? BCNF says that the left hand side of all the functional dependencies should be the candidate key. Okay, so if you look at this first functional dependency, this left hand side is actually your candidate key. Okay, so it is actually present in the BCNF. Okay, it is present in the BCNF. You will not find any kind of redundancy in this functional dependency. Okay, so this functional dependency is right. Okay, now let me check for this second functional dependency. So AB is actually our candidate key. Okay, if you look at this second functional dependency, we are just having only one attribute of the candidate key as the left hand side. So what BCNF says? BCNF says that left hand side should be primary key or it should be the super key. Okay, so but this BC is not actually the super key. Okay, what can be the super keys? AB is our candidate key, so it can be our super key. ABC can be our super key. ABD can be our super key, or ABCD can be our super key. These four super keys are possible. But if you look at this functional dependency, BC is not the super key. Actually, BCNF removes all kind of redundancies from your relation. Either it is a partial dependency or any kind of redundancy or duplicacy of your relation can be removed with the help of the BCNF. So now, so this second functional dependency is not in the BCNF. So what we will be doing now, what we are considering here, that if left hand side is not super key, then there is a chance that redundancy might be present between these three attributes B, C and D. Okay, because if you look at B is the part of the candidate key, so there also a non-key attribute. So definitely duplicated values might be present in the D. Okay, so we have to make a one separate table for these three attributes because there is a chance that redundant values might be present in these three attributes. So what we are doing, we are making a one separate relation for these three attributes B, C and D. Okay, and if you look at BC is determining D. Okay, if I give you value of B and C, you can uniquely determine the value of attribute D. Okay, so what does it mean? It means that we can use BC as the candidate key of our relation. BC can be used as the candidate key for this new sub relation. I am calling it as a sub relation. Okay, the initially relation we had these four attributes. Now I divided this relation into two relations. One relation is this one, and the second relation we will be having is, okay, so the remaining attribute we have is A, B, C and D. All these three attributes are present in it. So the remaining attribute we have is A. Okay, but now if we have to combine these two relations, so definitely we should have some common attribute, okay, in both the relations, so that we can join both these relations. Okay, and which attribute should be common? The attribute which is the candidate key of one of the relation. If you look at it, BC is actually a candidate key for this relation. Okay, so what I will be doing, I am writing here B and C. Okay, so these two attributes are going to be common attribute. Okay, and for this relation AB is the candidate key. AB is going to be the candidate key for this relation. How? Because with the help of A and B, I am determining the value of attribute C. If I give you any value of A and B, we can uniquely determine the value of C. Okay, so AB is going to be the candidate key of this relation, and BC is going to be the candidate key of this relation. Okay, so now if you look at it, the functional dependency AB to C and BC to D. Okay, so AB is the candidate key of this relation, and the left hand side is a candidate key or the super key. If you look at this relation, left hand side of this functional dependency is the candidate key of this relation. Okay, so this is how our BCNF works. It is the most strict normal form than all the three normal forms. It is going to remove all of your redundancy present in your relation. It just says that, all of the other attributes which you are determining should be determined from the super key. Okay, so I hope that you are clear with BCNF. If you have any query, I have mentioned my email ID in the description box. You can contact me on that email ID. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe my channel.